On the morning of April 13, 2026, the industrial zones of Noida erupted. Tens of thousands of factory workers abandoned their assembly lines and took to the streets, clashing directly with riot police across more than 80 locations. The immediate fallout spilled over into the surrounding arteries of the national capital region. Commuters found themselves stranded during the morning rush hour as the sprawling Delhi-Noida border crossings were completely paralyzed by the demonstrations. Inside the manufacturing hubs, the frustration materialized into physical destruction. Protesters targeted corporate infrastructure, setting vehicles on fire and vandalizing security booths at major factory entrances. Uttar Pradesh authorities initially focused on deploying heavy security and tear gas to disperse the crowds. But within hours, the official response shifted from crowd control to a sprawling criminal investigation, with police actively hunting for masked individuals and external provocateurs. State officials pointed to evidence that the unrest was not entirely organic. The UP labor minister publicly stated that the riots appeared to be a highly coordinated operation, citing the recent arrests of terror suspects in the region with ties to handlers in Pakistan. The investigation now centers on two competing realities. Detectives are trying to determine how much of the violence was fueled by the genuine desperation of an underpaid workforce, and how much was engineered by unseen networks attempting to destabilize the state. The roots of this tension reach back to November 21, 2025. On that day, the central government replaced 29 legacy labor laws with 4 new unified codes. 29 overlapping central statutes collapsed into 4 regulatory pillars: wages, industrial relations, social security, and occupational safety. The goal: simplify the workforce ecosystem with a unified digital reporting system, making it easier for companies to do business. Yet tucked inside this overhaul was a specific clause that triggered immediate anxiety among factory workers: the 50% wage rule. Under the new codes, basic pay must account for at least half of a worker's total compensation. Because statutory deductions like Provident Fund are calculated from this expanded basic pay, more money flows into retirement accounts, shrinking actual monthly take-home pay. The government designed these codes to ensure long-term financial security, but for laborers already living paycheck to paycheck, this adjustment felt like an immediate threat to their daily survival. On the factory floors of Noida, the margins were already incredibly thin. Many laborers reported working 12-hour shifts while earning between 11,000 and 15,000 rupees a month. As everyday goods became more expensive, those stagnant salaries quickly lost their purchasing power, leaving families unable to afford basic household necessities or absorb the shock of a reduced take-home paycheck. Then, an external catalyst accelerated the unrest. Right as the new central code squeezed Noida's workers, the neighboring state of Haryana announced a 35% hike in minimum wages across the border. Workers performing the exact same skilled and unskilled labor in Noida watched their counterparts in Haryana secure a raise. The disparity generated a fierce demand for immediate pay parity from the Uttar Pradesh government. By April 2026, the collision of top-down policy changes and bottom-up economic desperation left Noida's industrial zones on edge, waiting for a single spark. The spark arrived as an organized digital campaign, a piece of viral misinformation spread through specialized WhatsApp groups, using QR codes to recruit workers into the movement. The message contained a powerful and entirely fabricated claim that the central government had officially mandated a universal minimum wage of 20,000 rupees for all factory workers. Police investigators later uncovered a sophisticated mobilization effort behind this rumor. The digital footprints pointed to organized actors utilizing call center-like setups, generating fake online profiles, and pushing inflammatory content to incite the crowd. The state's response attempted to crush the violence while acknowledging the underlying economic pain. Police executed nearly 400 arrests to dismantle the suspected syndicates, while Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath simultaneously deployed a high-level committee to address worker grievances. As of now, an uneasy truce holds over the industrial zones. The Uttar Pradesh government quickly announced an interim increase in minimum wage rates, but a large portion of the workforce maintains that the minor hike is still not enough to live on. The events in Noida reveal a volatile new reality for India's economic reforms. When top-down policy shifts intersect with genuine human desperation, organized digital networks can turn bureaucratic confusion into chaos in a matter of hours.